When you go to pick host cities, what's that process actually like? I mean, you base yourself sort of on the Olympic model, and in the Olympic model, the cities bid for the right to host the Olympics. WCG considerably smaller than the Olympics. Do we see that, or what's the process? Is it a collaboration? Do you guys pay? How does it happen?
No, it's absolutely. We do a bid process too. We have a host city bid package that goes out every year, a couple of years in advance. So this year, for example, we're in Cologne, Germany. The Cologne city government and sports industry and all those put together a bid package, and they had the winning bid, and they won out over Sydney, Australia, and Chengdu, China, who actually is now where we're going in 2009, because Chengdu came back with an even stronger bid for 2009. So, we're looking at bid packages from other countries for 2010, and, it's very much like what, the Olympics goes through, obviously on a smaller scale. We're not talking hundreds of millions of dollars invested by these governments or these local authorities or local groups, but we are seeing investment. We are seeing they provide media, they provide hotels, they provide, catering, whatever it is. I mean, whatever the package is that year, we, look at all the different factors that go in and make a decision.
In the USA, we've seen the recent collapse of two major leagues, the CPL, the WSVG. Is the WCG profitable? Is it sustainable?
Absolutely. I mean, we've been doing it, like I said, we've been doing it bigger, better, and longer than any other organization. We've had slow and steady growth, and that's been what has made us successful. It's been organic growth. We've never tried to be more than what we are or what we were. We try to be a little bit more than we were the year before, and that's worked very well for us. I think in the case of certain other organizations, when they come out, and I've seen this, in the marketing, like I said, I've been in marketing for a long time. I've seen properties and events come out of the gate. And when you come out of the gate and you have a top-down sort of attitude where we are the biggest and we're the best, and you have no track record to stand on, it's really hard to, to kind of, walk the walk and talk the talk. The World Cyber Games, like I said, it started with 17 countries in 2000. The following year it had 20-something, the following year after that 30-something, and it's built slowly and added countries slowly and been very organic growth, and that's why we've been successful.
Okay, last question here.
Sure.
Now, esports in its current state is a little bit fragmented. We see not a lot of communication between leagues, at least not publicly. It's presumed that the WCG, the ESWC, you guys don't collaborate, you don't talk. What do we have to do to get some sort of consistent standard between all leagues, a consistent point system, a consistent league structure? Is it ever going to happen? Is it in esports' best interest to happen? What do you think?
Well, to start, I think, what's in esports' best interest, especially in this country, is for more and more esports to be happening. The mere fact that it's happening will create an all boats rise type of environment. From a standpoint of other organizations, yeah, we actually do have relationships with other organizations, and that varies from market to market, because obviously the number of organizations and who's active and who's doing what varies from market to market. What has been a constant throughout the years is that World Cyber Games has enjoyed, because of our positioning as sort of this global tournament, we've enjoyed the fact that we get the best players from the other organizations. They come, they want to play for us. It's not about, in our tournament, it's not about the biggest prize purse. It's about wearing your country's colors. It's about the chance to get that gold medal around your neck. It's a chance to go to this global tournament and be the best in the world at something. And our prestige has been one of the things that has really carried us and continues to carry us. And it's the same, like I said, with the Olympics. I mean, LeBron James has all the money in the world. He doesn't need a gold medal. He wants a gold medal, and that's the difference. So we have guys from other leagues. They don't need a gold medal. They want that gold medal because it means something to them. It means something, and like I said, we've been doing it for a very long time, and we've established ourselves as a premium event and a premium property, and that, along with that, has been that prestige that we enjoy, and that's really what it's all about. So in terms of communicating with the other leagues, we absolutely do have communication with a lot of the other leagues. You're right, it's not out in the public because it doesn't necessarily need to be. But there is always discussion. What games are you playing this year? What are your dates? Where are you going to be when? Those types of conversations absolutely happen. I like to think we do have good relationships with the other leagues. Certainly in this country, I know the heads of all the leagues. I have coffee with the heads of the other leagues. It's part of what I try and make, my job. So, so I think right now in the United States, what we need is, the cream to rise to the top, and for the sustainable organizations to continue to exist. And and if we can standardize rules and things like that. Look, our standardized rules, for example, for Halo, they follow the MLG guidelines because those guys have established a rule set. Halo comes and goes from our competition, but for those guys, that's their bread and butter, day in, day out. They've figured out the best formats for Halo. So, we're not going to argue with those established formats. We're going to take those formats, and by taking those formats, it encourages, the top teams to want to participate in World Cyber Games. You can't live in a bubble. You can't live in a vacuum. You have to be aware of what's going on, but you have to obviously make the best decisions for yourself. And like I said, I'm a firm believer in never claiming to be something more than you are. When I say that we are the most prestigious tournament, I say that because I believe it and because we've got the track record to show it. When I say that we're the largest, I have a Guinness World Records certificate that says we are. When I tell you 12 million people watch us on Spike, I have those numbers because Nielsen and Spike gave them to me. So, like I said, when it goes back to somebody else, making claims, you better be able to back up those claims. And like I said, I think we do a good job. There's always things that we can do better. And there's things that we're going to continue to improve, and we're going to just continue to grow slow and steady, and win the race.
What things are you going to do better this event in Germany?
That's a good question. I think what's great about Germany and the German market is that they get very passionate about esports. One of the reasons Germany really rose to the top on this is because we've been doing a tournament in Germany at the CeBIT convention every March. We do our Pan-Euro Championship in March, and we get over 200,000 people who come to that. And the German fans are just crazy for World Cyber Games. They go nuts, and we're really looking forward to a great event in Germany because they're more evolved and more tuned into esports in Germany, for example, than they are here in the United States. Not as much as Korea, but more than here. So like I said, you adapt to the environment you're in, but I think what we're going to do with World Cyber Games Grand Final in Germany is just create the best Grand Final we think we can, create a lot of entertaining elements for the German fans to come out and see, and I think we're going to be successful. I think we're going to have a lot of people at that event.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
No, I just I'm glad you guys came here. I think you asked some great questions, and I hope I gave you some answers that you can relate to and appreciate. And look, World Cyber Games is going to keep continuing, keep enduring. We've got great partners and great sponsors like Samsung and Microsoft and Philips, and we're just going to keep going and keep doing what we do. And like I said, we'll keep doing what we do and get better and better each year and keep growing.